the leaks are coming through, that he's going to give a bit of ground on VAT, give a bit of ground on early retirement, increase some taxes, what have you. Is that going to be enough, do you think, to sell it back home to people here that he's not caving in on austerity?
Well, based on what we're hearing so far, I think there's a couple of things that could work in his favour. Firstly, it seems that he's not going to touch low-income pensions. There's a benefit that goes to them, which was one of the biggest chunks that would have been cut. It seems like he might be able to save that, so that's a good selling point for him. Secondly, if he manages to avoid VAT rises on electricity and hotel accommodation, which Greece being driven by tourism, of course the economy here would be a big one.
So hang on, he'll give in on grounds on things that won't make a material difference, is that what you're saying?
Well, I think that they're easier to sell politically.
Yeah.
And I think that the other element here is if he gets something on debt relief. And this will have to be, obviously he's not expecting anything to happen now, but he's expecting a clear commitment, certainly one that is much more concrete.
For the third bailout package, there might be better terms as well. But isn't the real problem, and you and I were talking off camera before, but isn't the real problem that this country fails ignominiously, and I love coming to Greece, and I just wish I didn't come through Christ all the time, fails ignominiously to sort out the vested interests, the corruption, the non-tax paying as well. Aren't these endemic problems that PASOK, New Democracy and now Syriza are failing to tackle?
Look, they are serious problems, and some progress, minor progress, has been made in the last few years as part of these programs, but clearly not enough. Syriza says it's committed to it. We haven't seen a lot over the last 5 or 6 months. What I would say, though, is that whether it's about tackling corruption or doing other structural reforms, if you're doing it in an environment where the economy, the political system, the society, and there's a state of collapse and a state of decline, it becomes very, very difficult to get results.
So that's an anti-austerity measure as well, then, and that's why obviously we see pro-Euro rallies, but we see as many, if not more, anti-austerity rallies as well. How do you expect this to play out if there's no deal tonight? What happens tomorrow morning?
I think things become very, very difficult. Clearly, everyone's been hearing about the situation with bank deposits. There's speculation that at some point the ECB may cut off liquidity, and then things become very unpredictable. You don't know which way the Greek public will turn. Will they turn against the lenders, or will they turn against the government?